Welcome to A Place of Yes, a podcast about how I moved through my darkest hour. And for me, that was in channeling my grief into good. Welcome to the show. Welcome to A Place of Yes. I'm Heather Straughter. This has not happened to me a ton of times. It's happened to me, I think I can probably count it on one hand. And some of our guests have talked about how it happens to them often. And what I'm talking about is when the people we've lost come to you in dreams. Jake, as many of you know, has come to me. I think he's a cardinal. I talk to him, but I don't very often get to feel like I am with him. And early this morning, I was awake and I was about to get out of bed, and then I was forcing myself to go back to sleep. And in that window of sleep that sometimes comes that's really deep, Jake was there. It was magical. He was exactly him. His face was him. His expression was him. He was not sick and he was a baby, but he kept saying, "Thank you. I'm good. Thank you. I'm good." And it was like he was telling me that he's good and that he was like thanking me. And then at one point he said, tell dad, which I haven't yet because when I wake up after these, sometimes I don't remember. But this time I actually grabbed my phone and in my half asleep state, wrote down notes, which they always say you're supposed to do about dreams that I've never done. And I'm so glad I did. He was him. He was amazing. He was beautiful. It was his expression and he was giggly and making noises. And when I remembered it later this morning or later in the day, I realized I had never really heard his voice because when he got sick, he was 8 months old and he really stopped making noises. Yes, he would cry occasionally and whatever, but he never spoke. He didn't have words. He cooed or whatever, and I knew it, but it was the first time I heard him say words. If you have ever had an experience like that, where your loved ones come to you in a dream and you feel like you're with them again, I would love to hear about it. I'm super fascinated by it, and I just think it's so special. You can find me on Instagram. The show is A Place of Yes podcast on Instagram. You can send a message. I would love to hear from you, or you can send us an email at aplaceofyespodcast@gmail.com. Thank you for listening to A Place of Yes. Please follow us wherever you listen to your podcasts. If you really like this episode, please share it with a friend, anybody who might benefit from listening to this. It would make a world of difference if we could just reach more people and share the work that we do and the stories we want to tell. Please subscribe to our YouTube channel, leave us a thumbs up or leave us a comment. We would appreciate all that you can do. If you really like this episode, please share it with a friend or two.